Welcome back to BoneDry Bonsai. I'm Joel. I'm going to air layer, ground layer this Chinese elm today. I want a triple trunk, and so I need to get some roots higher on the base, so that's what I'm going to try today. Check it out. So yeah, most of those acorns sprouted. Well, I want to get them separated so I don't have such a mess to deal with later trying to get all these roots apart. I'm going to do it now. This is a Chinese elm. I'll just give you a turn on it real quick. I believe that shiny top is a cuticle. I think that it's telling me that it's hardened off and should be now in an energy positive. In other words, the tree spent all its resources on buds, and once they harden off, they are photosynthesizing. They are producing food for the tree and to build the root system. And so that's the time to go in and try and do an air layer. I'd like to see this as a triple trunk. And to be a triple trunk, roots need to be coming out at the base of the trunks. So right now these are just kind of branches on a stump. And since I put it in a bonsai container like this, instead of continuing to like develop it, because I didn't know what I was doing, I don't think those trunks are gonna catch up for a while. So my plan is just gonna be to leave it right in this container. I'll try and expose a little bit more just so I can see what I'm dealing with here, as I'm supposed to open up a collar. I'm thinking that I'm gonna make a cut here. This is pretty chewed up. I don't know what's going on there, but I think that's gonna have to come off. I'm gonna try and get an angle right along that, kind of where that's collared. So this will actually end up being kind of like that. Well, we won't get ahead of ourselves. Actually, I'll see if I can actually grow roots first. Sorry that you missed that, but it was just more of the same. Camera full. I checked the camera and it was full. You know, there ought to be a warning or something on those cameras. So I'm thinking that I want to do a wire, because I saw a technique and the guy mentioned that on a tree like a Chinese elm, they evidently, well, first of all, I know it looks traumatic since the camera stopped, but it just kept coming off so easy. And I thought I was supposed to get a little bit of resistance when I hit the xylem. I hope I didn't take it too far. And so a Chinese elm is a tree that is evidently able to callus pretty easily, and And he said that with the wire, it'll keep it from bridging top to bottom again, and you'll get a bit higher success rate. I know I'm gonna have a little trouble with that. That's about the best I can do with that. Of course, the guy I was watching made it look a lot easier. That's alright. I think that's what I want. Okay. I want it to be just about that size, I think. These are just little leftover bits of wire. I made some holes in these. Take some wet sphagnum moss and kind of build this up a little bit so that I'm a little bit taller. So yeah, these are just old bits of wire that I'm trying to reuse. Okay. I just want to fill it right up. There's nothing to settle this around. I'm just trying to make sure it's packed in there well. I think I've got that cut at a pretty good spot in this system. Down about halfway, I think. So I'm gonna give this a little water. With the research that I've done on this particular method, I guess I could just walk away and not water it, but it's also fine to water it. This tree was due for water today anyway. I watered all the trees today. We had a pretty good north wind, and things got pretty dried up. So I think I'm good to water it. So I know there's other methods. I've done the plastic bag around the trunks before. I've had success with Japanese maples as far as the rooting goes, but what I did wrong was I separated too early. Got greedy. So this is gonna be like this now until next spring. I won't even try and do anything with this until next spring. I'll take a look at the roots, and I'll also take a look at these roots and see if they're starving, because they should be starving for food because they're not getting fed. But if the tree dies in 3 months, I'll know I totally blew it anyway. I guess if I get past the 3-month mark, I might be looking okay. So, Chinese elm. Really like the tree. Such nice small leaves. So, yeah, I hope it survives. But hey, thanks for watching. Take care.